I heard a turkey gobble. Which way?
That way, right there. You can see the gap.
Yeah.
Right to the valley.
Well, that's a good sign. We just pulled up in Iowa at our spot that we plan to hunt. This is my buddy Dusty Easton. You can get a good look at him. You'll get to see him tomorrow morning too. He's been itching to get out. And I told him, I said, come on up to Iowa. We'll hunt together up here. So that's what we're doing. We're hunting the same spot that I hunted last year. Had that miss. Still scratching my head on how I missed that bird. And then another hunt, I had one sneaking behind me. I didn't get a chance at. But I think with the number of birds here, and we just heard a gobble, no pressure last year, no other hunters. There's nobody part here today, the last day of the second season. Tomorrow's the first day of the third season. I think we stand a good chance, as long as I don't screw up. I think we stand a good chance of getting some birds. So we're just easing up here. Coyote started barking. It almost sounds like a domestic dog barking and howling, but I coyote howled back to it and the bird gobbled. So our plan is to just ease up here. I think the birds are gonna, let me show you guys real quick. There's a ridge here. Last year they were roosting down on that, and then there's another ridge behind these woods here they were roosting on, and this bird just gobbled off that way. So you got actually 1, 2, 3, 4 ridges, and they all kind of join together flat on top. And I heard lots of birds gobbling in here last year. There might be some in this field here. We gotta be careful. I saw hens in this field last year. But yeah, we're gonna sneak up here and try to get some birds to gobble and have a game plan for tomorrow morning. If we know where they're at tonight, like I've always said, we'll be in the driver's seat tomorrow morning. We need to get up high so we can hear. I think we need to quit taking our time down this valley. We've been hooting and coyote howling coming up this valley, but nothing's gobbling up here. So the woods are thick enough, I don't think they can really see us. But I don't think they're up here. I think we need to get up high, so we're gonna take this trail up towards closer to the field so we can be near them. We heard that one gobble was way on the backside of this field that's above us. And it's still a little early, but they should be heading towards the woods and getting ready to fly up any moment now, in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. It's probably official sunset now, or just after. How's that way? Turn your head right towards me. So you got left and right. Probably step out away from that tree. It's real quiet. But he's not on that ridge. Let me I'll pin that direction. I think he's right there. I think he's right here somewhere. That's why it's just so quiet and open. The other thing is he may be over that ridge on the back side. I guess that's a possibility. It'd be an odd spot because it's pretty sharp. But I mean, it just, his gobble doesn't even care. It's just like, oh, and it just stops. It cuts off. Let's head on up here and see if we can get some gobble across there. We don't hear anything right here. I want to boogie out that way to get around that finger and kind of hit those spots real quick. And nothing's gobbling. Let's boogie over here. So we're gonna go around this corner here and see if we can get some on that other area to gobble. Oh, he's right here on this side. He's on that finger. So we got one right towards the last little bit of sunlight in the sky here. And the one we heard that we thought was maybe across the road is on this finger ridge where I missed that bird last year. I wonder if it's a jake with his gobble so short like that. That was a good gobble.
That was better.
He's on up in there a little ways. We'll triangulate. That's what I'll do. I'll tell you exactly where he's at. He's about the area I shot at that bird. Where I shot the beam across and then now the beam this way. He's right there, just about where I was standing last year. There's some big oaks right behind where I shot at that bird. He actually has gobbled pretty good. We just thought he was a long ways off. He's gobbled how many times? 6 times at least.
Probably, yeah. We probably had a bad angle until now. We're above him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is pretty. It goes up just a little bit, but it's pretty flat across there. Yeah. We could come in the way we just now did, and get the mouth at this point, and
same level,
and just aim down the trail. We'll just sit here for a little bit, and then we'll sneak out of here. Well, I was worried there for a little bit because we didn't have a target for in the morning. And I was already thinking about going to a different spot. And we got up here trying to see if the bird would gobble across the road. And he's actually right here on this ridge that I missed the turkey last year. So I think we're in good shape. We're gonna slip out of here. And tomorrow morning, well before light, I think we're gonna be sitting right over there in that mouth, but we're gonna discuss it. Dusty and I are gonna discuss it tonight, but right now I'm thinking that's probably a good spot to be. Fade to black. All right, so we're standing where we hooted last night and got him to gobble. So we're just trying to figure out how close do we want to get to this bird. We're gonna get in the woods with him for sure, but we're trying to figure out exactly how far to go in there. So what we got here?
That's about where we thought he was.
Okay, and how far is it from there to the edge of the field?
To the corner. Yeah.
What does it say?
It's about 310 yards roughly to the little pocket of the corner down there. Depending on where you measure from.
I'm willing to go 100. I know that's going to be a lot farther, but I'm not positive he's that deep in there, even though it sounds that way.
Yeah.
I think his gobble is so weak and soft, he's probably closer than we think.
If we just go from that corner.
I'm just going to walk in here until I feel comfortable. Yeah. All right, let's slide over there then.
All over me.
Folks, this bird is gobbling. If you can see my hand, straight that way, but just about level with us, or just below the lip here. We thought he was farther up that way. It's gobbling again. Loading gobbling across the road there. This is in calling distance. He's only 200 yards away. So if this one does come in and gives you a shot, I'll start cutting and yelping and stuff. And try, and then to calm that down behind us in case he gets startled by the shot. And then we'll call him. We'll swap sides of the trail. Yeah, we might be able to kill 2 in 30. Let's don't get our hopes up too high, but be a nice outcome. That one behind us is pretty hot. Man, it's like we should be able to see him.
I thought we might see him. Struck on the tree.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I've been trying to zoom in down there just to, when I review footage, to hopefully be able to pick him up. What that him just blew down? Something went down. Those big dark trees, I saw something go straight down from it. Yeah, he's on the ground. He's like straight out right here. You might want to shift that way slightly. Yeah, he's getting closer. I got a little more height on you so I can see better, but I still don't see him. Yeah, he's just to the left of that curved tree, it sounds like. Let's move to the left a little bit. Aim it where that mound is in front of me. Just hold tight. We'll be able to see him here in a moment. Okay, I see him. He's right behind the mound. He's moved to the right a little bit. Move to the right, just a bit right there, stop. I just saw his head pop up. Is that him, bud? He's not just butting, he's butting and going away. One of two things. Either he didn't like that Jake decoy, or he saw me sitting beside this tree with this camera stuff. His head popped up. You see right that little mound right there? His head popped up right to the right of it. He was about 25 yards. It came up and went straight back down. Man, that sucks. I thought this was a done deal. You know, it's possible that he saw you when I had you shift to the right. I saw his head come up, and then it went down. I thought he was just walking, you know, how they peer up and then they start walking. He just gobbled. That was him, right? No, that was right down here. But I thought, you know how they, you know how they'll periscope, and then they'll put the head back down and walk. Well, I saw the head go down. I thought he was going to continue walking, but I saw it go this way to the right. So I just shift. I never saw his head come back up, but of course, I think I was looking at your barrel, and then I said, okay, right there. He may have periscoped again, and when I wasn't looking, I saw your movement. But I told you to move. I probably should have just had you sit where you were at. Because he very well could have come up and turned left also. See, there he is. He's got a real short gobble. Well, folks, I think the camera probably would have saw that head in the video because I could see it with my eyes, and I had the camera pointing right there. And I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if he should have been able to see that Jake decoy a long time ago from where I saw him. So I don't think that scared him. Thinking back on it, I think, because when I saw his head pop up, I had Dusty move to the right slightly. It's possible that he picked up that movement. If that's the case, that's on me. I should have had you hold tight, but I thought his head was down below the hill. I mean, he was 10 yards from that decoy, or 15 yards. Just, he should have seen it. There's no reason he should have been putting at it. We're going to work down this ridge. Gobbler went that way, but he's down below. We're going to kind of circle and get on the other side of him and get up above him a little bit again. And get set up and see if we can call him back in. We got this other bird that was gobbling good over here. He went quiet. He may be trying to come in, but I don't know. His gobbles were in the same spot for the longest. I thought I saw something moving. Anyway, we're going to slip up here real quietly, see what happens. That gobbler was like right there. Last time he gobbled, it's back off that way. So we're going to slip around this side of the hill here and come up on the back side. So how far do you think we ought to get up there? Just up there somewhere? We're not going to put a decoy out. I think we'll just get up there and call. The far side of the top up there. Just go straight.
These two stumps.
Yeah.
Go between those two stumps right up there.
Thinking maybe somewhere up in there. Okay. We'll just sit here, listen for a little bit. He may sound off, trying to find the hen, that's why. That's kind of why I didn't want to put a decoy out at this spot. No one, to ensure that if he was indeed afraid of the Jake, which I don't think he was, this eliminates that possibility. Second of all, like right now he didn't gobble to my calls. So if he comes in looking and he doesn't see the hen, then he'll have to gobble to locate her and we'll know he's coming. So we'll just sit here quietly for 10 or 15 minutes and see what happens. Oh crap. He's on the trail. See that base of that tree is dark. That's the trail right there. The trail's 20 yards in front of us. He's right up that way. Just keep your eyes peeled. That's really close. He's up on top. I told you he would gobble if we just sat quiet. He's just working the other side of that ridge there.
I think he's just working his way all the way around that point.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to follow it all the way around to this side.
It goes a ways.
Cut you off when you were ready to leave.
Okay. What'd you say?
I heard a gobble way farther off.
Yeah, that's what I just heard way down that way. I'm pretty sure that's our boy just gobbled. Way down.
Way down there. I wonder if we should, whatever you think, but go down farther again in front of him and try to get far enough in front of him that we can be on the same side of the
We're
ridge.
running out of space on this ridge.
Yeah.
It drops off not far. I'll have to look at the map here.
I'm not sure what else to try to do with him. mean, he may get to the end and walk around it.
Yeah,
and end up on
there's
the
a
same
saddle up ahead, and then it turns just a little bit, and then it just drops off. And I don't know where he's going to go from there. I mean, there's no way for him to go but down.
Do you think he might take that saddle and get on this side?
I mean, he's not, I don't think he's as far away as we think he is, but
May not be.
I mean, yeah, we could go down there and go to the point and get on the point. I know it gets thick down there.
I'm not sure what else to do with him, though.
Yeah, it gets really thick down there.
Do you think we hang with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's an interested bird.
Yeah,
He's just leery right now after
Very
the.
leery, yeah.
So we started off down here this morning. The bird was roosted over the lip a little bit. He came right up to us, and I don't know if he saw something. I saw his head pop up, but he didn't look alarmed. He just kind of like he was looking at the situation and lowered his head like he was going to continue. And I saw him moving to the right when he lowered his head. Well, I had Dusty move his gun slightly to the right, and I don't know if he picked that movement up or what, but just like 2 seconds later, we're here, perk, perk, just some soft putts, and you could hear it going away. Well, he started gobbling again, so we circled around, and he didn't gobble when we got set up. I made a call, and it just went quiet, and he finally gobbled, like, up this way. The next time he gobbled was off to our left, but he just sat in that one spot and gobbled for the last half hour or more. And then I kind of mixed it up. I probably should have gave him more silence, but I finally just decided to throw in a few Jake yelps. He went quiet, and next time he gobbled, he's 200 yards more farther down the ridge. So we're just going to give him a few minutes and not rush things. We're going to, I guess, think about our next move. And I got to sit down. My back is hurting from sitting like this. All right, folks. All right, the bird's gobbled a couple more times. He's way down the ridge now, so we're going to go all the way to the point where it drops off. We're going to kind of wrap around the backside and try to get on the same side as him, set up, give him a call, and just sit there quietly. Give him one more shot, I guess. If he keeps running around and running off from us, we're just going to abandon him and go after a different bird. This little spot right here just goes like that. That over there was like really flat. If we get on the other side of this little point, we'll be able to see down the other side. Good idea. You see come right here. See the sunlit tree that's about the farthest. It's 10, 12 inches diameter. I think if we get right there, we can see here and along that edge. I'm gonna go right through here around the back. I just hope he's not in position to see us. We'll sit here for a little while, see what happens. Even if he doesn't gobble, we'll sit here for at least an hour. Just looks like a good spot though. He just gobbled. So that's why I just answered it with a few soft yelps. But there is like a ditch in front of us. It sounds like that's where he was at down low in that ditch. That ravine. Oh, that's closer. That was like straight across. You see that tree that's leaning sideways? It was green moss all over it. The arc part of it, he was like straight beyond that. Go down there and get on him. Oh God, my legs are killing me. Where'd you go? It went down the mountain. Did you get him yet? I hear him flopping around down there. Yoo-hoo! Dusty! You got him? How'd you end up way down there? You want me to come down there? Okay, I'll sit up here and wait on you, all right? I think he's got to catch his breath. This is a pretty steep hill. I don't know how that turkey flopped all the way down to the bottom, but it did. We'll wait for Dusty to get up here with his bird. Well, we earned that bird this morning. So there's our setup. And I was kind of sitting behind the other little tree. My camera's right on the left side of it there. And Dusty, of course, was sitting right there in his vest. There's the 360 camera. It'd be interesting to see what that got. Well, we earned that gobbler.
You shot a man. Nice big bird.
Oh, he's heavy looking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at the hooks on that joker.
Oh, nice beard.
Look at, man, that's over an inch. And
This one is.
Look at that.
This is real good.
Holy cow. I bet this is the one that gave me fits last year. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Boy, that was a fun hunt, and boy, we earned that bird.
I gotta tell you, real quick, February 16th, 2008, I was working in Okinawa, Japan, and had a very traumatic fall off a cliff. Strapped to a table, told my neck was broke. Come to find out, it was not broke, but it was a horrible, horrible fall. And I'm telling you, that was absolutely not worse than what this turkey just did.
Well, so I heard it flopping going down the hill.
It's basically a dead turkey. He didn't take a step. He wasn't running. He was just end over end down that hill.
Yeah, it's a pretty steep hill. I could hear it flopping. That's why I was yelling for it. I was like, I could still hear it flopping, and I'm like, and it sounded like it was flopping, it was getting farther away, and I'm like, has he not caught up to that turkey yet?
No. I would sometimes get even with it, and then it would roll, hit smack a tree, roll to the side,
like
and then keep
Plinko
rolling.
going down
It was just like Plinko, and I was doing the same thing. Falling, rolling, twisting.
I'll tell you what,
And I was going so crazy trying to get to it because I was trying to stop it from getting all the way down to the bottom of that hill. And luckily I had about 50 yards of hill left.
And you caught it. Yeah, this is
Finally got him.
This is a mountain. It's not a hill.
But I mean, he was dead. Basically.
Yeah, I saw when you shot him. I saw him kick over backwards. That's
and he
not,
just kept.
That's not a live. That's not something they do when they're still alive. The credit has to go to you to get on this side, and that's exactly why we killed it. Because Dusty was saying we need to get on this side with him, and I knew that we'd probably have a better chance at it. But I was just worried that how open these woods were. When we came up this point here and I looked across there, I mean, you can see 150 yards. I'm like, we're going to be extremely lucky he didn't bust us. And while we were sitting down, he gobbled.
Yep, we were just getting set.
And there's a little bit of thick stuff down there where he was at. He was a little bit farther down the hill. He came from down there, right?
Yeah, he was walking,
in that thick stuff.
There is a little tiny slight.
Well, he actually came across this deer trail, but where he first appeared was out of that thick stuff, that thicket. That's where he gobbled. And that was our saving grace. He was in that thick stuff.
He was low, and he came up to us.
And he came up and walked this deer trail here and worked up to that log there, and then he hopped up on that log.
I mean, we really had to hang with this bird, We could have given up on him that last set. We almost did.
Yeah, we almost went after the other one, and I was like, but this one kept gobbling. He wanted so bad to come in.
We know what we was talking about this morning. If we go after him, we didn't mess that turkey up.
Yeah.
But if we went for that turkey, we'd have never killed this
We
one.
we may not have got back on this bird, especially not bumping him.
So now we know that one's still there, one across the road.
He's gobbling good.
And maybe something.
Yeah, there's one over there towards the sun. That one we had behind us this morning, and then the one across the road. I got to check see if there's public. There is public over there. I got to see what we're at in relation to him. So obviously, if you stuck with us throughout the video and didn't skip anything, you kind of know the whole ordeal. This is a ridge, and it runs all the way to a field, and we roosted that bird last night, way down the ridge, and he was more over the side of the ridge than we thought. He ended up being just below our line of sight this morning. But we called him up, but he got up there and he stuck his head up. I seen a glimpse of his head, and then he was gone putting. But it was soft putts, and then he gobbled a little bit later, so we knew he wasn't too spooked. We moved down the ridge here on the back side, came up, set up. He gobbled. I think we called. He hadn't gobbled any. Called, waited there for about 10 or 15 minutes. He gobbled on his own, but then he kept coming this way, kept working down the ridge on this other side of the ridge. So Dusty suggested we come all the way down to the point, but not just come to the point, come around and wrap up on this side, and that's what we did. We ended up right here, and we could see this whole hillside. I was a little nervous how open it is. You can see how open it is through here. There's no leaves on the tree yet, but fortunately, as we were setting up, he gobbled down in that lower bottom there, and we have this little lip of the ridge here to protect us. I gave just a few soft yelps. I don't think I called much at all, just to get his attention. And he came right up through here, and I think we saw him right here somewhere first down the hill, and he walked up the hill and hopped on that log. And then I was sitting on my knees back there, and my back was killing me. I didn't know how much longer I was going to be able to do it, but I just suffered through the pain. Now I'm getting hot though. But we got a gobbler down.
Gobbler down.
You didn't miss. That's the only thing I was worried about. I was like, man, I just hope he kills this gobbler, because we worked a lot for it.
We earned that one today.
Congratulations again.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get some pictures, I guess, with this bird. You want some pictures?
Yeah, we'll get some pictures.
And then we'll take them down to the truck. I'm gonna charge some batteries on my cameras because they've been running nonstop all morning. And then we're gonna get right back out here. I think we'll run up to that other one.
Yeah.
Try a new spot. I haven't hunted that area. It's another.
It's still not even late.
Oh yeah, it's 9 o'clock. 9:30.
I mean, the hens could just now be leaving him.
I don't think his birds
if he's
have
even
hens.
got hens.
He didn't have hens, and he's like,
yeah.
I would think he was like one of the dominant birds, as heavy as he is.
Yeah.
This one over here was gobbling like he didn't have hens. He acted like he wanted to come to us.
So I mean,
but he kept hearing this big boy gobbling, so he's like keeping his distance. And then we got another one over there. So I think what we'll do, we'll go hit the new spot after we get him cleaned up and cameras charged. If nothing's going in over there, we come back and try to get on this bird here. Yep. All right, sounds good. We'll see you guys later this morning.